Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a come to planner moment because I have been struggling. When I say struggling, I have been struggling with my planner. If you all have watched my video, I think you have seen this struggle live and in person. I recently got back into my Commit30, and I do like it. I like it. I like it. I really like it. Just like I like the Hobonichi. I really like it, but for some reason I just do not keep up with it. And I don't know if it's because my life, but I feel like I just do not follow through. So this is what I recently set up. That's my birds in the background. And I have the window open, so if you hear a truck just pass, that was very loud. So I like it. I like it. The first week I came back in it, this is what I was doing. I was like, yes, okay, I got this. This past week, I was like, yes, I got this. I can do this. Set everything up. I don't touch it. I'll set it up at the beginning, and I literally don't touch anything else to it. I don't touch it. And that's the problem. The Hobonichi. I believe the Weeks is probably like the best one that I actually utilize, and it works for me. I am going to play around with the Weeks now, and the Weeks and the, what do you call it, the Cousin. I haven't been able to keep up with the Cousin. Honestly, as far as the Cousin goes, I didn't, what I started using it for, because using it for regular planning was not working. I'm gonna go grab that so you can see that. It just wasn't working. And so I initially started trying to use the Cousin as, I initially tried to start using it as a planner. So I was planning things, stuff like that. Then I started using it as like capturing certain things. And then I would use this part to plan, like the dailies, to do little things to plan in. But then that turned into a whole journal. I didn't really need another journal because I am fine using my Bloom planner that I use for memory keeping and journaling, and my actual journal. So yeah, I was still missing how to plan, and I've said this before, I do better in me when I had like the composition notebook and I created the space for it and I did everything. But as I told you before, my life now is pretty hectic, and I still end up doing like post-it notes everywhere. So I thought I'd try something different, and I'm gonna try this out. I think the rest of this year is probably just gonna be me figuring out what really works for me, not what I want to work for me, what actually works. And I think that's the key thing for me, not what I would like to work, what actually works. And I think when I see so many planners, because I love Hobonichi, and I just want it to work because Commit30 is so organized and it's so together. I just really, really want it to work when really it's not working for me. And I don't know if it's because I lack, I don't know if it's because I lack organization, or if my brain just thinks a little bit differently when it comes to like to-dos and everything. So this is the Day Designer. I got it from Staples. I got it what month did I get this? I got this in April. And I didn't show it because I kind of just used it as a carry along. And yeah, so I started using it in April. And as you can see, I used it. I used it in May. I started putting the Post-its for the food, and then I was logging on here. This just came from the Dollar Tree, and I was logging my expenses, but it was so compact, it was working. It was working. Somehow in my brain, I thought, and I think it was around June that I fell off. Yeah. Somehow in my brain, and this is a day designer, this is a week, you get the top 3 at the top. Each day except the weekend, you have to share a space down here. But the beginning is just like all the day designers are, where it has like a space for you to set your goals, different things like that. And then when it started with November, I gave you 2 months, November, December, just the calendar, and then it starts with January and goes in. The back, I put this pen loop in myself. The back has quite a few pages of notes, as you can see. So it gives you a good amount of note space for it to be a planner like this. And yeah, so I decided to start back using it because it worked. I think I just didn't want it to work because it wasn't a Hobonichi. It wasn't what I really wanted. It worked, but it just wasn't what I myself wanted. And that was an eye-opener for me. Like, so do you want what works or do you want what you want? So I decided to give it another try because, again, it was working. So what I did with the bottom part, because I didn't like having Saturday and Sunday split a space, so I just capped this off, added in some trackers for challenges, and I'm going to use this Monday through Friday, but for Saturday and Sunday, because I want a whole day, I am going to use my planner pad, and it just gives me more space. I really didn't like cutting off, and I got this from Amazon. I really didn't like having that other space cut off because Sunday is like my Monday at work, but Saturday I do things and have a to-do list and everything. So this is what I'm going to use. I didn't set it up, so to speak, so I do need to I mean, and it's not that serious. I'll just put a couple of stickers down if needed. At this point, I just need to start using it. I also played around because I carry this Mead notebook, which you all have seen before. It's a pocket. I was using it for various things. So what I decided to do was kind of set it up for August as a carry along. I'm not sure that I will carry this to work with me. This is much more convenient. And it was easier to set up because it's pocket and versus to a full-on like composition notebook. So I put my August like must-dos, things that I want to do for this month. I did some lists this past week, and this was I wrote down like what I wanted in the planner here, and then some to-do lists, and then this is where I kind of started. So I put in August 2026 calendar, and I got this from, of course, no other than the Dollar Tree. I'm trying to find where it's at. But yeah, I got it from the Dollar Tree. They have these every year. And this works. So I have this down. I put a little and this is just for the week. So I put a section for gratitude, steps, food log, breakfast and dinner. And then I created this space for just a page out of here that I talk to God, because I need to implement that more in my life. And I feel like if I can try to plan so much all the time, I can write down my thoughts for God that day. So I have that because I read the Bible and I'll read the scripture because I'll either do a devotional off of my phone from Spotify or something and not necessarily use my actual devotional book. And it's stuff that I reflect on or listen to, whether it's in a podcast or not, that I either have in my mind thoughts, or this morning, kind of what I woke up with was just how I've been struggling with sleep lately and how I really don't know what to do about it. But that's something that I did talk with God about this morning, and it's something that I could have put down. So throughout the day, if something comes up for me, then I'll put it down. So it's not anything specific, just like whatever I'm thinking about that pertains to God. So I have that, and then after that, so it's a page for that is my goals for this week and a review. So this is very short and sweet, but it's something that I can carry. And if this works, and I'm not going to say if this works because I know it works, then I will get something to clip this together and it can go together where I'll have a space to be able to collect my food logging, steps, and all of that, especially if I'm not in a big book like this. And then if I feel like I want to do some journaling with my thoughts, because I've also realized that throughout the day, sometimes I do want to jot down some things, and I feel like if it's not in my actual journal, then I'm just writing in 1,000 different notebooks. So I'll also leave just after this space, if I want to journal, micro journal, whatever, I'll have space to do it before I go into another week. So yeah, I know it may seem a bit unorganized, but for at least I'm looking at what I need to do. As you can see, this past week, I actually was able to make a list and check off things that I needed to do. I saw what it is that I needed to do. Whereas something of this size, I don't look back at, and I don't know why. I do it for the beginning of the week, and then that's it, and I don't look at it again after that. But that is all. I just wanted to show you all that. I hope you all have a great and productive week, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.